Did you know that if you will do one simple thing, you can take less trades and make more winning trades? What is that one simple thing? Is it easy? No. Is it hard? No. But it can be done. And I'll share the details with you at the end of this video. And this is the weekly analysis starting on the 7th of July, 2025, getting into the second half of the year, 2025. And I hope it's going to be an exciting and a profitable one for you. In this video, of course, we look at the high impact news that's coming out for this week. I share my profit and loss that I had from last week's trades, and we will look at the pending orders. That's the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week. And I do all of this to try and help you make profit with your forex trading. But before we jump into the weekly analysis, did you know that if you will do one simple thing, you can take less trades and make more winning trades? What is that one simple thing? Is it easy? No. Is it hard? No. But it can be done. And I'll share the details with you at the end of this video. And as we get started, this is just a friendly reminder of the opportunity that you have if you're not interested in learning how to trade or you don't have time for trading. There is a system called Copy Trade. And this is my strategy provider Copy Trade account that you see on the right hand side. And it generates between 4.5% and 5% every single month. It's a very simple procedure to set up. You don't pay me any money. You just fund your account, connect your account with this strategy provider account. To get more information about that, go to the link you see on the left there, rickrayfx.com/copytrade2. All right, so let's have a look at the high impact news that's coming out this week, and there's not too much. Mostly what we need to be concerned about is on Tuesday and Wednesday, and that is the Australian economy and the New Zealand economy will be releasing information on their changes to the interest rate. So be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times, especially if you're trading the Australian and the New Zealand currency pairs. All right, let's look at the profit and loss that we had from last week's trades, and it was a pretty good week. And starting off looking at XAU USD gold, this is what we had on the screen last week, and it was showing that the daily chart was bearish, the 4-hour chart was bearish, so I had a sell limit on gold with the entry price at 32.78. It did hit that, went up a little bit, and then came down and gave 95 pips before turning completely around, having a stellar bullish day on both late in the Monday US session and then all day on Tuesday, going sideways and then coming back down during the non-farm payrolls on Thursday. And then looking at the Euro US, this one did not hit the pending order, but if you did get in on that bullish move once it started, you could have got 130 pips on that one. The odd US did hit the pending order on Monday and then gave us 65 pips on that trade. The New Zealand US also hit the pending order on Monday, and we got 70 pips on that one. The pound US also hit the pending order and gave us 96 pips on that one. And the USD CAD was a sell order, market execution, and that one gave us 120 pips. Then the USD JPY, the UJ, was a sell limit, and that was our cash cow for the week, giving us 205 pips on that trade. And now we'll look at the pending orders. These are the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week starting on the 7th of July. And I do all of this to help you make profit with your forex trading. But just to remember, this is not financial advice, guys, okay? I make these videos strictly for educational purposes. It's up to you to manage your own account, to use good risk management, and most importantly, protect your capital. So let's have a look at the trade setups that I have in place for this week. And before we do that, of course, I always like to look at the DXY. That's the US dollar index, which is the US dollar compared to 6 major currencies. And it's just doing what it's been doing since the beginning of the year, since January, since Trumpty Dumpty took office. It keeps going down. Now, we did have a big gap up here, okay? And you know what that was? That was the non-farm payrolls. The news came out, it was good for the US economy, and the US dollar shot up, but on Friday, it just starts going back down, just like it's been doing all year long. And before we look at the currency pairs, we'll look at Bitcoin. For those of you that trade Bitcoin, Bitcoin is interesting. It's been trading in a what I call a candlestick sandwich here for about 10 trading days, and that's between 107 and 108. But finally, it broke above definitively 108,000, got up to just above 110,000, came back down, and now 108,000 is support. So it's a good place to buy, but wait just a little bit and see if it will respect this trend line, which we have 1, 2, 3 touch points. If it will respect this trend line and keep going up, then go ahead and buy. All right, with the next take profit being 110,000. However, if it should look like it's going to break the trend line and break that support level of 108,000, then it's likely to continue down to 107. So that would be a good place to place a buy limit on Bitcoin, 107,000. However, if it keeps moving up, just go ahead and buy with your take profit at 110,000. All right, let's look at all of the currencies and commodities that we have in place here for this upcoming week. So here is our gold chart for the upcoming week, and yes, I have a sell limit. All right, that's because gold is still bearish on the day chart, still bearish on the 4-hour chart. So I have a sell limit at 33.46, and that's just a little bit above where it closed on Friday. And then you can, as a suggestion, put your take profit at 3,300, which is right about here. Now it's likely to drop below that, but that would be a very safe place to put a take profit. And of course, if you're going to put a sell limit, put your stop loss above that, and according to your risk management protocol. So a sell limit on gold with the entry price at 33.46. And then the Euro US is a buy limit, okay, being bullish on all of the major pairs. A buy limit on the Euro US with the entry price at 1.1760 and a recommended take profit at 1.1830. The AUD US, of course, a buy limit also with the entry price at 0.6530 with a recommended take profit at 0.6585. The New Zealand US, a buy limit also with the entry price at 0.6040 with a recommended take profit at 0.6120. The Pound US, a buy limit also with the entry price at 1.3610 and a recommended take profit at 1.3785. The USD CAD is a sell limit with the entry price at 1.3625 and a recommended take profit at 1.3550. And then finally the UJ, the USD JPY, a sell. Market execution, just sell the UJ, all right, with a take profit, recommended take profit at 142.500. Okay, that wraps up the look at our charts, but as I said in the beginning of this video, I recommend that you do one simple thing that will help you to take less trades and to make more winning trades. And what is that? Well, there's 3 things you can do in trading: buy, sell, and wait. Yes, wait. Most people don't know how to wait, okay? It's that part of the mindset that most people just cannot get their heads around. You know, you see a green candle and you buy. You see a red candle and you sell. But that's an emotional trade. You don't wait for your confirmation, your confluence of other things to show you that it's according to your strategy, that it's a correct A+ trade setup. Sometimes you just need to wait. Let it play itself out. Most people will chase candles or chase the price. If you're trading on whatever time frame, you need to wait till that candle closes, because the candle formation can change during that period. So waiting is a big important part of trading successfully. Now I have a wait button on my laptop. If you don't have a wait button on your laptop or your mobile device, you need to get one, because it's where most people stumble, to jump in and take those emotional trades. Learn to wait. You see something that looks like a good trade, well, take a deep breath. Wait. It's not going to run away from you. Don't have FOMO, fear of missing out. You can always get in a trade. You're not going to get the first pip, and you're not going to get the last pip of any move. So learn to wait for the trade. Buy, sell, and wait. So add this to your regular practice of trading, and I'm sure you'll find that you take less trades and you'll take more winning trades. All right, that wraps it up for this weekly analysis. I hope these tips and suggestions will help you. I hope the trade setups that I share with you will help you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below this video. I will get back to you. Let me know what you're trading. Let me know if you'd like for me to look at any other pairs or commodities for analysis. I'll be glad to do that. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great, successful week of trading. Don't forget, be kind to yourself, be kind to others.